I'm not sure what happened there.
Ooh.
But we're
Aimee?
live. Go, Aimee. Okay, we seem to have lost Aimee too. So
Okay,
sure
I will do this.
No, it's,
Well, got it,
I don't
Aimee?
know what's
Okay.
going. Yeah, we're here. Sorry about that, everyone. So hello and welcome to the latest episode of the UnCalled Four. Do we have a special show for you tonight? We're going to be covering the expert level of stupidity and obnoxiousness of Karens, and we're just honored to have Magda here with us tonight. We're just going to have such a great show. I'm so excited. And now on to you, Gloper Mommy. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. First of all, we are missing a panel member, Miss SciStrikeling. She's here in spirit, but she had to move some things from her grandmother's house and her mother's house. So she's not here with us today. But she should be here next weekend, so all is good. So let's start our round table off with Miss Vishanti. How are you doing, Miss Vishanti?
Well, I'm eating. That's good.
That's good.
I'll probably be on some of these dark chocolate pomegranate bites.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite. So yeah, just chilling. It's a nice day outside. So
anything new with you?
No, I'm just mad at people that won't wear masks in public. So all of my conventions are getting canceled. So
oh yes. Yep.
it's like, no,
Yep.
I have to be locked up mostly at home for 6 months, and then I don't get to see my friends because these a-holes won't take simple steps to prevent the spread of a virus. But I'm fine, really.
Yep. Okay. Miss Aimee, how are you?
I am so great. Thank you. I'm so excited. We've got such a great show tonight. The Autism Show premieres on Wednesday at 9. I am just too excited about that, too. We're going to be
Can't wait.
Thank you. And Matt's all excited about it,
I'm
too.
sure he is. Yep.
Yes. Because we talked about it, and he's going to make sure that he tells us what his favorite strategy is, too. So that'll be good.
Yes. Perfect. That's perfect. And then our guest, let's talk to Boole first. Mr. Boole, how are you doing?
I am doing good. I've been a very busy person this weekend. I've been in apparently high demand, so yes.
You have been.
I even missed the Shills on Saturday. I'm sorry, y'all, I wasn't there, but Schrodinger's cat special went 2 hours longer than I expected.
Yeah,
so.
I noticed that.
It was pretty. I know by the time I was done, I was just beat. I was like, I can't do it anymore. Nope.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Do not blame you at all. Not at all. And Miss Magda, welcome. Thank you for coming and being our guest. How are you?
Thank you for having me. It's really an honor. I am doing fantastic. Today is the first day where I'm not melting. So it's finally a little bit cooler weather here in Germany. Yeah, and I'm also totally excited for the show and for some good laughs.
Yes. Well, I'm glad it's cooler for you. Unfortunately for us, it's only going to get hotter, but where I am at. But it's par for the course in the summer. But glad you could make it. And before we go any further, Aimee, did you want to get that? You and Matt get that super chat that we just received?
Yes, please, if we could.
Elia Moon for $2. Change your name to Elia Sun. May I speak to your manager? XOO Elia Karen Moon? Mine now.
Thank you very much.
Oh, gosh, that was funny. Okay, before we get started, I want to just read off a little disclaimer I wrote. Just so there's if people come into chat and think we're being bullies, we're not. So disclaimer: entitled people come in all races and genders. The videos we are showing tonight are in no way attacks on the individuals or their mental states. We are expressing our opinions solely on their behavior. So there you go. So with that,
you have to make a disclaimer for that.
Some people you just have to because they think you're bullying just by saying anything negative about somebody or criticizing somebody.
Well,
so.
I guess it's not bullying to be a Karen then.
I guess not.
Well, would that make them Karens because they think they're entitled to?
Yes, it would actually. Yep. It would make them Karens. Yes. So if you want to be a
I
Karen,
like having a safe space, but I'm not going to be a pretentious bitch about it. So
Thank you, Vishanti. Thank you.
yes, exactly. So I think with that, Bull, let's show our first video. The transgender ma'am goes off on a GameStop employee.
Ah, yes, the classic.
I think we all know this video, so it's a classic. We have to play it first.
It's been around for years. This is not new.
No, we're not doing credit. You're gonna give me my fucking money back.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay? Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
I need your corporate number.
Let's go ahead and pause. I think Vishanti wants to.
if someone tells you how to address them and you don't do it, yeah, I understand getting mad. However, getting up in someone's face repeatedly and then kicking like stuff over in the store, that's, dude, that's not, and dude in the sense of just me exclaiming something in surprise, not dude as in addressing a person.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're gonna throw a tantrum and like kick stuff around and berate employees, that's not okay. Like,
No.
berating
No,
employees,
it is not.
Not cool. Telling people how to address you, that's okay. But yeah, don't treat employees like shit. That's fucking rude.
Very rude. You're right.
It is, and yeah, and like you were saying earlier, we can, you know, we're not berating anybody for any issues that they may have, but you can still not like the behavior. I've always said that, you know, it's like
Right.
I've told my son that, you know, he has autism, and I tell him, look, you know, hey, I don't like this behavior. This is kind of crap.
Exactly. Exactly.
And they have to know. You have to, you know.
Or
So-
they
Yeah,
won't
but
know
you
how
don't
to
like
correct it.
throw stuff and break glass
Exactly.
over it, you know.
Exactly.
It's
You know, try to
unacceptable.
take it outside and exactly. It's just
You know, and and that behavior that they, you know, that person displayed was very
Correct.
unacceptable. That's
I mean,
just,
I can only
I
say
understand
for
mistakes
myself,
happen.
having worked in the service industry for a while, if I were in that situation and they were like, I'm a ma'am, I'd be like, oh shit, ma'am, please calm down and let's
Right.
resolve. It's like, okay, whatever. The issue is not how you're being addressed, it's something else. So let's fix what's actually wrong here. And,
Yes.
you know, like that person, she was obviously having a very bad time.
yes, very bad
Like,
time.
yeah, it's just like
Very
throwing a
bad day.
tantrum and kicking the display and like, come on, really?
Yeah, that's excessive.
What I can take away from this video is especially like, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or whatever you identify yourself as, humans are assholes. Not women are assholes or men
Correct.
are just
People
assholes.
in general
Humans
are
are the assholes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Creatures of the two-legged kind, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
worked a long time in customer service before I started taking care of Matt too, and I've seen all sorts of behavior. So this is something that I really like to see. And it's like, I don't have to deal with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't get why
I don't
people
miss it.
are like this.
Because they want to be. Because they want to be. They feel entitled.
Entitlement.
Yeah, that's the first definition of a Karen. Yeah, the entitlement.
Shall we because I know we don't have much more in this video, so let's go ahead and let this one finish, and then we'll get into the next one.
We're going
All
to
right.
kick something
Awesome.
else over? I think I've seen this before.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's almost done anyway.
They're
Wasn't a very long video.
They're all kind of short for the most part. They're short. Like there's one that's 9 minutes, but that's
Yeah, I do have one 9 minutes. I have one there's like 12 minutes. One's like 11 minutes. Yeah, so we do have plenty of them. So
Awesome.
I'm going to call them and talk about how I was misgendered several times in the store. I need your corporate number now. Get it for me now.
I'm going to ask you to calm down and stop cussing.
Give me your
Stop
corporate
getting
number.
restaurant property.
Well, I'm going to ask you for the 5th time to stop calling me a man, because quite clearly I am not.
And I apologize. I'm sorry for that, ma'am. I will get you that number. Is that okay?
Yes,
I'm
get it
just
for me
asking-
now.
I'm asking you to stop
Get it
cussing.
for me now. I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing.
Okay.
Get me the damn number now, please. Ooh!
Ma'am, I apologize.
Ooh!
I apologize, ma'am. I will get you that number right now.
If he listens to the employees right
No, you're just going to keep bumping your gums. You're just going to keep bumping your gums and disrespecting trans people in this store, which I plan on telling the entire LGBTQ community. You're going to lose money over this.
He's going to tell the entire community.
yeah, that's wow.
Yeah. Yawn.
Okay.
Like, are you going to send out a memo to all of, like, everyone? I mean,
The LGBTQ memo service, right? And then it's like, don't go
yeah.
here.
And I'm like, again, you have every right to be like upset if people misgender you, but the employee corrected themselves and were like, ma'am, I'm getting you the number, and they were trying to diffuse the situation, and like they're still getting yelled at. Oh my god.
Okay.
Like,
Sorry,
when
my
the
daughter
employee
came
goes,
in.
I'm getting you the number. I'm calling somebody. Who is it? Like,
Yeah. Do it now. Calm down and I
now.
will. Yeah, it's like,
Right?
hello.
hang on a second. Give me a second.
It's like, it takes a few minutes. Stop.
You look at these,
gosh.
you look at them, and you have expect their head to twist around 360 and start vomiting
Yeah.
pea soup, you know.
Linda Blair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see.
I like what
Shall we?
Ugly German Truce in the chat said there is no Karen, only Zool.
There you go. There you go.
I like that. Shall we read them off and let somebody pick what they want next, do you think?
Yes. Okay, so that was we covered that. And then there's another transgender one. It's transgender. Hold on, let me get my list back up here. Transgender says I'm a man before threatening to fight shoe store employee for calling him sir. There's a new It's Ma'am at the airport. There's the one we just watched. I'm going to skip. There's a viral video at Cedar Breaks Park. There's entitled Karen parks in handicap spot and argues in front of school. We have a Karen Jamie Bay is upset she's being evicted again and goes psycho on the cops again. Apparently this is a recurring theme. There's a number 7, another one from Karen Jamie Bay, arrested after going psycho on police officers. Number 8 is I'm a school teacher, bus driver, and an elected official, and you arrest me? As if they're shocked.
Oh my god, yes.
I've seen this one.
And we have 2 Watch Karens Die inside. We have a part 1 and a part 3. And we have the history of Karen.
Let's start
Ooh,
with the
educational.
history of Karen.
Should we do, yeah, let's do the history of Karen before we, I think you're right. So we know what Karens are all about before we, delve into more Karen videos.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
call.
We need some
Yeah, good call.
Education here.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let me fix this a little bit here because vertical video, people, it's a thing.
Of
Stop
course.
it. Stop
Of
it.
course.
Stop it.
Why not?
Stop doing this. This should reset. So here we go.
Karen? You've definitely seen the Karen meme, but where did it come from? How did it get so popular? And who exactly is Karen? Karen is generally characterized as an irritating, entitled woman sometimes as an ex-wife who took custody of the kids. You know, usually they have the short hair. They call it the "can I speak to the manager" haircut. Most of the time, they're anti-vaxxers. Mother of 3, blonde, owns a Volvo, annoying, wears acrylics 24/7s, currently at your workplace speaking to a manager. People have turned it into a Halloween costume. People are asking if Karen is the new N-word for white women. I don't know exactly where it began. It could have been from Goodfellas.
Yeah.
It could have been from that Dane Cook joke that he made in 2005.
There is one person in every group of friends that nobody fucking likes. Example, Karen is always a douchebag.
Might remember from last year, there was someone named Kids Bop Karen.
What I'd like you to do is apologize instead of being a bitch.
You're calling me sorry, but you're calling me a bitch. So set an example.
I'm sorry. My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
People even turned the character with the short hair in the Nintendo Switch commercial. They started turning her into a meme and calling her Karen. Nintendo Switch Karen. Oh, Karen brought her stupid Nintendo thing to the party again. We're drinking, Karen. We're having conversations. In 2017, there was a subreddit, FU Karen. Look at the thumbnail right there. And I want to go through some of these best FU Karen memes.
Hey, settle in, take a leak. How you doing? You're watching memes of the week. Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe how people can be so judgmental over a flipping haircut. My hair has been different lengths of this style for years. I've gotten nothing but compliments on my hair, but then again, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. But you don't have to be such jerks about it. Would you like to speak to the page administrator about this? Classic Karen, always wants to complain. Is it time to go? Was I a good person? Oh snap, Karen died. No, you were the worst. Bring me to your manager.
I'm 100% that kid.
And your mom Karen is instigating.
Kids can't hear me calling you a
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
Oh yeah, of course. Look at the Karens over here with their short hair taking all the toilet paper. How much toilet paper do you need, Karen? How to stop a Karen. Our soccer ref didn't show up, so one of the moms on our team had her 9-year-old son ref for us. He had a whistle. Oh, good. He's prepared. And a completely adult woman on the other team argued with one of his calls. And he yellow carded her in front of everyone. And she had to sit in her car to calm down. Oh.
That one I loved when I heard that. That was awesome.
We gotta pause this occasionally anyway, so that was
yeah, we do. Yeah, we're sorry. That was a lot.
I'm sorry.
I love it. Even a 9-year-old knows what he's about.
Yeah. And that first woman they show with that short haircut, wasn't that Kate Gosselin?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So tells you how far back Karens have gone, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, in Karen, it's not like it came from any specific place. It's just funny to say in anger.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh my gosh.
By the way, I totally disagree with the statement Karen is the new N-word for white women. That's just too far. No.
That it does go. Yeah. No. That's way too far. Yeah. Karen is just Karen. I mean, it's just, it's
like, do you want us to call
descriptive
you
word.
Pretentious, entitled bitch? Because we could do that too. But Karen just does the trick a lot shorter amount of time.
Yeah, pretentious bitch. You kind of want to flub all your. You can't really say it very well. Too fast. So Karen will suffice.
Exactly. Like, go have a seat, Karen. Just comes out so much easier than.
Krafty Keelah says, Kate, Karen, there's a difference.
There's also Janet is a good one to yell. Sit down, Janet. You'll get your food eventually.
Right. They're just words, just names, but they're words.
Phonetically,
it's a descriptive thing.
And the sad part is I know someone named Karen. She's got to be the sweetest woman I've ever known.
I do too. I have a cousin named Karen, and she's not like this at all.
No, it's unfortunate that the name was co-opted, but unfortunately.
I know.
I know, because I've known some nice Karens too that were darlings, and nothing like these people.
Exactly.
I feel bad because my stepdad, his ex-wife's name is Karen, so he's all about denigrating that name.
Yes, of course. Of course.
He has such a thing against her. He calls her the Countess.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So. That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, my stepdad's awesome.
That is too funny.
That is.
All right, shall we continue with this?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Oh my god, you got told by a 9-year-old. Oh, Karen. Kids address the Karens. Reminders from your child. I'm a kid. It's just a game. My coach is a volunteer. The umpires are humans. No college scholarship will be handed out today. Yeah, relax. Why do you gotta get so worked up at the baseball games, Karen? Just sit there and watch your child play. What was your best "you're speaking to the management right now" moment? Oh, great. This has gotta be good. Friend of mine. She was getting chewed out over something or another. Finally, the woman loudly demanded to see the manager, so she shrugged and got the manager. The manager comes out all confused. The angry woman demands my friend get fired. Seriously, Karen, you gotta... Ma'am, I can't do that. She is the owner. Oh, snap. Church is over and you're on your way to verbally assault a waitress. Oh, that's the smile right there. Oh, look at this woman's hair. Look at this woman's hair. You know this is gonna be gold. Americans need to date certain when this will end.
Oh my god. Okay, so I used to work in food service, and we all had the same saying in the South, and I'm sure you guys have it in other places, but we would dread Sundays because church folk.
Yeah.
Church folk are the worst. They're the rudest. They treat you the worst. They don't tip. If they tip at all, it's very small. They're always impatient, like church folk. Just saying. It was the worst day of the week.
Oh, wow.
It is in the grocery store too. When I worked in a local grocery store called Hannaford, and Sundays were the worst.
Yeah.
Because you'd get, early mass would let out, and they'd all rush right out to get their booze, because we had an agency liquor store in the grocery store. That's the way Maine does it. And you couldn't sell liquor or anything with alcohol in it until noontime.
Mm-hmm.
So if Matt lets out at 9, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We screamed at so many times. I used to tell people, contact your local legislator. Maybe they'll help you.
Yeah. Yep.
But you can still speak to the manager if you like, so I don't have to deal with you anymore.
Yeah, we had that in Florida. This isn't really a Karen story. We had the same thing in Florida. And we would get tourists, except at that time it was 1:00. We'd get tourists coming in, and you'd literally have liquor stores underneath your register because you couldn't sell them the liquor or you'd get arrested. It was against the law.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So like, I'm sorry, that's the way it is here.
Yeah.
And I think you find that a lot.
Drink until after church for some reason.
Of course, I know. I don't know why. It's just the way it was.
Exactly. They would have been far better off
chill if you'd let them
Saturday.
drink during the service, but I guess that's gauche.
Well, if you're Catholic, you can. It's called communion.
Well, just bring a little extra wine with you. You're all
Yeah, that's
set.
right. Bring a little flask, and you're good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm running a little short on the blood this week. Can you have some, please?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get the rosé for you.
I think Catholic church would be much better place. Instead of having the holy water in the basin, you have holy wine in the basin.
Everybody usually do those little small paper cups you use for mouthwash at the dentist. That's shot size. You just dip it in as you walk in.
There you go.
Hey, Father.
After the first 50 people.
Father, could you baptize me again? I don't think it took.
Exactly. Oh, that's funny. Oh. Oh my God. All right.
the Methodists would be down for that too, except they don't do the whole thing. Like they just would sprinkle the wine on you. So
Yeah, and that's not the same.
Yeah. And wine is sticky. You don't want that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't really want that all over
And
you.
it stains. So yeah, you want to drink it. You don't want to pour it on clothes. Yeah. Oh goodness. Okay, back to Karen.
Uncertainty for businesses, parents, and kids is just not sustainable. Laura Ingram wants to talk to the COVID-19's manager. At McDonald's yesterday, there were 2 Karens hosting a baby shower and wanted only women to serve their food for them. It's McDonald's, how can you demand that? They screamed at a boy to make sure only women were allowed to serve. Apparently, a bunch of people were going to show up, but it was only them. I laughed so hard and cried. Freaking Karen. I wonder why no one showed up. Maybe because nobody likes you? Want to learn to be a Karen?
Yes.
Step 2, find the right glare. Yeah, that seems about right. Oh no. Do they live, laugh, love? No. There goes Karen. Today is Thanksgiving. Why do you have to work? Well, Karen, it might have to do with you being here. Karens ask such dumb questions sometimes. Choose your character. Karen, repost Minya memes on Facebook. We'll speak to the manager. Essential oils enthusiast. Stay-at-home mom. Head of the PTA. Drives a minivan. And she does not like vaccinations.
Yep.
Okay. Then possible. Yeah.
So that holiday story, I have an exact story for this. We were working on, I think, Christmas one year, and a lady walks in the store, and typically the morning time starts out very slow because everyone's at home doing the family thing and the presents, and it's only like midday and afternoon that just blows up. I used to work at Starbucks. So we're working, doing my thing, and this lady walks in. She's got just very casual clothes, and we're like, hey, how you doing? And she comes up and orders her drinks. And then as she's scrolling through her phone, she's like, God, I'm really sorry you guys have to work on Christmas, but I'm not sorry enough not to come in. And then she walks over to the counter.
Jesus.
Like,
She was someone who needed a little extra something put in her drink, like a boogie or something.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we can't add caffeine if someone doesn't want it because you could have a heart condition, but there have been quite a few rude people that have decaffed over the years.
It's natural. You can have a booger.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I couldn't even respond because I was like, I can't believe you actually told me that out loud, but I guess your inner monologue wasn't working that day.
What a bitch.
I wasn't like mad at her. I just had to laugh because it was just like, well, at least you're self-aware.
Yeah.
She wasn't, sorry enough not to come get her venti caramel macchiato with non-fat, upside down steamed at kids temp with extra whipped cream and 2 packs of Splenda or whatever the heck it was.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah, I have a racist Karen story. I worked at a defunct retail store in customer service, and I was by myself, and I was helping somebody at the ticket because we sold tickets as well, and I said, I'll be right with you at the person at the counter where they had to do the register for credit and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So I said, I'll be right with you, ma'am. And as I went to move from the ticket one to the register, I hear, oh, hell no, you go serve me now.
Whoa.
I walked over. I said, see, we're right with you. And I didn't see the person behind the monitor because it was up on a counter. So I couldn't see behind it. As soon as I walk over to see who it was, before I could even get a word out and say, I'm sorry. Oh, you're racist. And it was a black woman. The woman that was ready to get the register was a middle-aged white woman, and they proceeded to get into it right there in front of the counter. I was just like, at that point, you're taken aback. You're like, what the hell did I just,
What did I walk into?
What did I walk into here? And so I called my manager, and she had to come help. But I ended up serving the lady, the African-American lady at the counter for the tickets. I just thought, at that point, I realized, hindsight, I couldn't say anything because I'm an employee. You know, the manager for the store even came down and said something to her. And I'm just like, she played the racist card on me just because of my white skin. So I was just like, no.
Well,
if that ever happens again.
I've had to deal with that too. Like I've gone to the DMV. I remember where just they happened to be really backed up that day, and we were all waiting to get our licenses renewed and all that other stuff. And there was an older gentleman in front of me. He was white, and every minute or two, he would just sigh so loud. It wasn't even like he was trying to be subtle. And people were trying to ignore him. I could tell his wife was really embarrassed. And then after about 15 or 20 minutes, he was like, I just can't believe I just need to do one thing. And he felt like he should cut to the front of the line when there's like 20 other people standing around. They too, but yet his business is somehow way more important than theirs. And he starts to huff and puff again. And his wife, I could tell she was so beat down by it. Like, it's okay, they'll get to us when they can. Like, you could tell she's had to deal with this probably for 50.
Of course.
I tried really hard not to explode at this guy because I don't want to yell at an older gentleman. But I wanted to just be like, did it not occur to you to get her sooner, or that other people might exist that also need things renewed?
Exactly. But they only care about their little bubble at the time, Everybody else can just go away. It's their little bubble,
Other people exist?
Yes.
At the same time?
Yes. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I can tell you guys stories for days about like shit. We've gotten passive aggressive with some like really big assholes in drive-thru. One lady came through, she got her stuff, and she just was so mad that she had to wait in a drive-thru, that other people were getting their coffee on the way to work, and she just
Heaven forbid.
Instead of just leaving and going about her day, she stopped to yell at us for like 2 minutes about how we made her late to work. And one of my coworkers goes, well, ma'am, you should have left the house earlier. And he shuts the window.
As if you made her go through the drive-thru to make her late for work. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's funny. Jenny, honey, we're not mad you're late. It's okay. There's enough Karen videos to go around.
Anyway.
Okay. Oh, God. Oh, so Magda, what do you think of these videos so far?
It's funny as fuck. What can I say? Hell yeah. I have nothing to add.
Okay.
To be honest.
That's okay.
Chat was asking Magda if there's a similar phenomenon in Germany.
I was thinking about that. I mean, of course, you have like many entitled people, but like there's not really such a thing like Karen. I'm
so glad that you guys don't have to deal with this level of dumb.
I think we also have entitled people, and also many Germans are aware of the Karens, and because it's part of the American culture. But like this level, I watched plenty of Karen videos and read stories on Reddit and stuff, and this has never happened here. I don't want to say like, oh my god, Germany's so much better, but like it seems like, oof, this is only possible in America.
Because we're so individualistic. We don't really care much about like the greater group. That's probably why this is so bad.
We just hate everybody equally in America. That's what it is.
Right. Oh, hey. We don't even hate everyone equally, but that's a topic for another time.
Yes.
Equality, yay.
It's because most of them are just selfish, is what it is.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, America's very like, I got mine, screw you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, not all of you.
Right.
Not all of us, but there's enough of us, yes.
Right.
Yep. It's just the ones that are doing it are really loud and obnoxious, and you don't hear from the well-behaved people.
Exactly.
That's right. Because we don't want to rock the boat, you know.
Because our mamas taught us better.
That's true. We were taught manners, and we use our manners.
Right.
I should say, not that we weren't taught manners. We use the manners we were taught. Some are taught manners and just are like, manners? Pfft, I don't need them.
Because I know that, like, wherever you stand on disciplining your child, like, physically, my mom, if my brother and I acted up like that in public, or if we threw tantrums, she would not have it. She would spank us right there in the store.
Oh my God, we got smacked in the stores. Woo! Remember those days?
She would just lift her hand and we'd you know.
My mom was my mom was very fond of the saying, "If you embarrass me in public, I will embarrass you in public."
Oh, I've heard that one.
See, now when my kids were growing up, I couldn't do that in the stores, but I'm like, wait till I get you in the car. You know, or get you home. Just wait.
Like, all right, we're going to go get the belt. You're like, oh, shit, no.
Gotta go make sure there's no witnesses. Let's just put it that way.
The worst one was wait till your father gets home.
Oh, yes, that was bandied about. What do we call male Karens, Jenny? Anybody have a question for the answer for that? Jenny's asking, what do we call male Karens? I've heard Darren bandied about.
Darren, I've heard like Trent. I think there's all sorts of different.
I think I heard somebody say Chad one time too, even though that was
I'm not sure about Chad because they're saying in the chat that Chad is like an incel thing, so I don't know if that's
Chad is a nice guy incel related thing.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. But Darren would be Karen Darren. There you go.
Yeah,
it works. So use Darren, guys.
Also,
Trent.
Global Mom.
Yes.
We talked about like children and behaving, and isn't it funny? Like most of the Karen videos I saw, in general, entitled women, they often are mothers of children, and they are defending them, which is in itself a good thing, you know. But most of the stories I read had something to do with I am a mother and I deserve to get my coffee quicker than this motherless, than this childless woman, and so on and so on. And this is such a weird thing that they try to protect their children, and yet they behave like total assholes in the public, and are being what is it called, a bad influence, a bad example to their own children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The thing is, when you're a good mother, you sacrifice for your children.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My kids are adults and I still sacrifice for them.
Yeah.
That's just how I am.
Yeah.
You know?
That's like the thing that people don't get. Like, you can reproduce, but that doesn't make you a good mother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Pushing a human being out of your body does not make you omnipotent.
Right.
Exactly.
You know? Like, it makes me want to just like slap these people until their head spins when they're like, well, as a mother, I'm like, where's your medical degree, Karen?
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares if you had a kid or not? You're not medically qualified. Like, shut up.
Well,
biology does not trump good manners, okay, Karen?
And the sad part is most of the time the kids behave better than the Karen does.
Yes, they do. And they look at mom and go, they're looking at their mom and go, Mom, stop it. You're embarrassing me, you know?
Embarrassing me.
Yeah, they're embarrassed. Yeah.
Yep.
You see them looking down with that look of shame.
Oh, I've used that look many times. Mm-hmm.
There's a subreddit for narcissistic parents, and it'll make your skin crawl with how like self-absorbed some of these people are.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Well, I was going to suggest that maybe we take a wee break from our history lesson here.
Yeah, you want to show a video?
And get to some of our own Karens that we picked, because boy, do we have some doozies.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Do you have one that you want to look at, Bull, or should we...
I'll leave it to you guys to pick.
Can I vote that we not do the trans ones unless absolutely necessary, just so that we don't make it a joke of them being trans? Because I'm kind of worried about that.
Well, that's why I made the disclaimer in the beginning that we're showing up. We're doing, it's about their behavior, not about their gender or their race, because they are acting like Karens. I'm sorry, but they are, and they are not immune from this.
Bull, you
because
mentioned
of their trans, in my opinion.
Oh,
you
you mentioned a video where a Karen parks on a disabled person's spot.
Yeah, we can show that one.
Take a look at this.
Yep, we can show that one.
Okay, let me pull that up here. Disabled spot. Here we go.
Entitled Karen Parks and Handicap. Yep.
Handicap.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Is disabled? Is this a wrong word?
Disabled, handicap. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another juicy video on the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an entitled Karen captured on footage in the wild who got called out for parking in a handicap spot when she wasn't even handicapped. Without further ado, let's check out the video. Let's go.
Wanted me to move today?
Yeah?
Get the camera out of my face. She would have asked me to move. And all you had to do was say, hey, ma'am, that's kind of rude. Why don't you move? Instead of coming up and taking pictures of it. Is that not rude? You're lucky my husband ain't here.
Oh, yeah?
If you had a child that needed that spot, it would be a different story.
That's not handicapped, though. And that's why I moved way over so that the person in the
No,
handicap
it says no parking, and it has lines because a person with a disabled person needs that area in order to load and unload. I don't really care.
You might want to watch yourself.
Okay.
Stop taking pictures of me. I mean, is there a reason you have to take a picture because I was parked in a spot? All you have to do is ask me to
No,
move.
yeah, the police will give you a ticket if I take a picture.
Whatever. Been there,
So.
done that. Why didn't you just say, hey, can you move?
Because I shouldn't have to.
But you're rude, and I shouldn't have to deal with jerks like you.
I know, I'm rude.
You asshole.
Yeah, we're at a children's school.
Oh, well, tell this dude to leave me alone.
Yes.
No, you need to stop.
So inappropriate.
I mean, seriously. I want my kid out of this school right now.
Oh, good. We'll be happy to have your kid go. Feel bad. I have my son in the car.
Wow, another Karen that is just the epitome of class. Throwing up middle fingers, yelling, cursing, and all in front of an elementary school. Just a classy Karen overall, setting a great example for the kids. And yet somehow she tries to frame the person recording as the asshole in this situation for the reason that he called her out on her shit.
Me to move. And all you had to do was say, hey, ma'am, that's kind of rude. Why don't you move? Instead of coming up and taking pictures of it. Is that not rude?
You know what's rude? You parking in a spot that's meant for handicapped people. That's rude. This is a Karen that never seems to take any responsibility for her actions and will just try to blame anyone who calls her out. It's one of the most common traits of a Karen.
You're lucky my husband ain't here.
Wow, we could have had a husband cameo in this video. What exactly would the husband have done in this situation though? Make her handicapped on the spot? I don't know. There's really no way of arguing out of this situation. I think the only person lucky is the husband himself for not being here and have to deal with some bullshit.
Let's go ahead and pause.
Can we pause?
Yeah, we need to pause it. Yeah.
We want
Rick. My husband isn't here.
The first,
why so we can drag you away because he's so embarrassed?
She said, you are rude 2 times. Being totally rude, and not only rude, but like breaking the law, or at least I don't know how you would call it, but
breaking the law.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is breaking the law.
Parking in a handicapped spot, and it's a total asshole move. This is beyond being rude. I'm like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
She does something wrong and gets mad for being called out about it. That is peak, Karen.
Yes.
And have you heard it? My kid. She said my kid because like only her kid matters and she and her husband. And I bet this bitch has no disabled persons in her family or close to her.
Probably
She
not.
just didn't feel like walking, which is why she parked in the handicap spot because they're the closest ones.
Yep.
So she's lazy.
And as someone who I do have a disability, I've got arthritis in both my knees, and I don't have an actual I don't have the disabled placard because I can't get on disability, the stupid state. But I have a medical placard that I have to renew every 6 months. Most of the time, there are no handicap spots to be found.
Oh my God.
Because there's people parking in them that are handicapped.
Yeah.
There's not enough. So for someone like this to take up one that's there that somebody could use is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, this is even worse.
Because they feel they're privileged. Because they feel they're privileged and I'm getting my kid.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so you could park somewhere else and walk your lazy butt up to that school like everybody else.
Every other parent is there getting their kid. What do you think parents go to schools for?
Exactly.
Either drop their kids off or pick them up. Come on, lady.
Exactly.
The worst part is this isn't even. It's not even the handicap spot proper. They're talking about the unloading zone next to
in between.
for wheelchairs.
Yes.
For wheelchairs. So if I pull in with a wheelchair and need that space to set up and get into the wheelchair, and then I'm in school and you come in park and now I can't get in my car, or worse yet, you trapped me in my car because I can't get my wheelchair out, I'm going to be upset. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Well, it's that whole I can't believe there's other people in the world thing.
Yeah.
And you can bet. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Magda. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And I bet if, I hope that doesn't happen, but if her son would become disabled the next day, you could bet she would freak out if someone was standing in that spot, one day later.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Just because
she'd have a meltdown.
Not even because she is aware of what it means to be disabled, just because she's so selfish and so entitled and just me, or at least me and my family.
And then you hear her say, well, I gotta pull my kids out of this school. I'm gonna pull my kids out of this school. Like that is gonna make any difference in her behavior.
Right.
Kids are going to suffer
because
because
my kids at a school where they won't call me out for parking in a disabled
exactly.
space.
The principal's probably like, please do get the fuck out of here.
No, right.
We don't want to deal with you. Your kid's one thing, but we got to deal with your ass every time. No.
I can guarantee that if a kid brings home a report card that's like not perfect, she calls the teacher and is like, why did you give my child a bad grade?
Right.
And then gets all pissy when they try to.
I can just picture
we had back when my kids are in elementary school, they had a thing where the school just for the morning drop off and the afternoon pickup, they literally blocked off part of the street in front of the school so the kids had a safe place to walk to get into the school. And we had these at that time we had people living in the San Francisco Bay Area, moving out here. And there's a couple ladies, I was waiting for my son to get out. And there were a couple ladies complaining that they couldn't park right there in front, which was a red zone anyway. And then they were complaining that the street was blocked off. Well, we all knew, us that had our kids there knew, well, that's for the kids, for their protection. You know, you can't turn whatever direction. It's for their own protection. You know, the next day the sheriff was called and said, you can't block the street off.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And they came out and told the school, you can't do that anymore. Wow. So, yeah. It was, I was just like, what the hell, people? It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Help protect your kids. And
exactly. But they didn't care about that. And people would park in the red zone to pick their kids up. You know.
Why are people like
this? Yep. People are like that. It irritates the crap out of me. And I knew how that school was in the traffic. I would park where I could leave quickly from after picking my kids up. See, you got to think about those things.
And the fact that these women felt that they were completely fine with using the police or the sheriffs as their own personal valets.
Of course.
You know, that just
disgusting.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Exactly.
I'm slightly
There you go.
inconvenienced.
Yep.
Allow me to call my personal security.
Yeah, that I had no respect for people. Some people after that.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a tiny little story about a person parking in a handicapped spot. Just a tiny story. It was like, because things like this piss me off too. I have no disabled persons in my family, but still, like, I have empathy and know that this must suck, and I know it's wrong. And one day I was at the supermarket, and the front parking lots are always reserved for handicapped people, and some like very fast chic BMW parked in that spot with a fairly young woman in it, and she got out of the car and she seemed totally fine and in high heels, and and I was looking, and I was so pissed. I ran to her. I took a look in her car window to see if maybe she has a sign inside, but it wasn't. And so I just went to her and said, like, "You don't look disabled." And she was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but you parked in the disabled spot. Like, you don't look disabled." And she was like, "I'm not." And then I asked her,
Did we lose her?
Did we lose Magda?
Child disabled? Do you have an official thing? Like, and she was like, "No, I just want to go in there quick." And I was like, No, this is a spot for the disabled. You can't do that. And she wanted to shake me off, and I said, like, you drive away and look for a normal spot, or I call the police. And she was so mad, but she got in the car and looked for another spot. Like, this was a tiny victory.
Yeah, good on you. That was good though. Most people look at you and go fuck you and walk away, but you got to her conscience, I guess, and she said, "Okay, I'll move the car." That's funny. All right. Oh gosh. All right. Shall we continue with more of the video, or do we have anybody else want to say anything? Okay, Bull, let's continue.
That he probably deals with on a day-to-day basis.
A disabled person needs that area in order to load and unload. I don't really care. Okay.
I don't have any idea who you are, but you're definitely not handicapped. And why exactly does that even matter in this situation? If your ass isn't handicapped, you don't have parking spot permission. Simple as that. And she even says you might want to watch yourself. That's an empty threat if I've ever heard one. What is she gonna do? Call up her Karen buddies from the hair salon to come and attack him?
No, yeah, the police will give you a ticket if I take a picture.
Whatever, been there, done that.
So this isn't the first time she's done this, clearly not learning from her mistakes, yet she still is here arguing about it and trying to defend herself. We know at least that she's aware of the law, so why is she still doing this? I'm hoping that she got a big fat fine after this, especially because it's not even her first time breaking the law, and I feel bad for her kid who's about to leave the school and have to go out to this, even though the parents are laughing about it. If there's one thing I've learned from my studies of Karenology, it's that an entitled Karen will always believe that they're the right ones in every situation, even if they're not handicapped and parking in a handicapped spot. But anyways, that's gonna be pretty much it for the video today, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like and stay tuned for some more upcoming videos coming soon to the channel. And until then, stay sexy. Peace.
I like that. Karenology. That is a new word we need to adopt. Karenology.
Great.
Oh my god, that's funny. Oh gosh.
We got a good question in the chat.
I know it's not Karen. Oh.
We got a good question. We got a good question from Meepet in the chat. Why do all the other parents just stand around?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good question.
That is a very good question.
They don't want to get involved. I've heard that before. Well, we don't want to get
involved.
I
heard him laughing though. You could hear him laughing though, but yeah, you're right. They didn't want to get involved and say anything.
Exactly. She's a joke. So
They're making.
Uh,
They are getting involved. They're opening a popcorn stand to sell it.
Exactly. That's what they're doing. They're taking notes.
Anacita Maldonado says, Maldonado, excuse me. I used to work at a grocery store and used to tell Karens parked in the handicapped, hang on, it's moving on me. If they don't move their car, I'll have it towed, and gone they come out of the store. So they were gone before they came out of the store, basically. And gone before they came out of the store. I couldn't read it right. So basically, he said, by the time you get your shopping done, you have no car to be there to go to. If you don't move it. Oh, that's funny.
Gotta love it. And those Karens used to love to park their minivans diagonally across two spots so that no one will move in, because it was the Honda edition. It's the Honda version.
I can't have anybody park next to my car.
Exactly,
right?
Because I need the space.
Yep.
Okay.
Ugly Jimmer True said, do you even know who I am? Does she really want to hear an ill-mannered asshole with no social conscience?
Perfect.
I love it.
Come back with a quip.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I know exactly who you are. You're a self-entitled bitch with delusions of grandeur.
Exactly. With delusions of me. Oh my God, that's funny. Whew. Okay. Let's see. Do we have a preference on what we want to watch next?
What were the other choices?
Oh gosh. There's the one, it's ma'am at the airport. I think that's a transgender one though.
Yeah, that is. We can forego that one if we need to.
We can get into Jamie Bay.
Oh boy.
Do you want to do the loud one so we can hear the new little thing that Dick recorded for us?
Sure. Yes.
Let's do that one.
Definitely. Okay. So, Dick, I have to thank you for lending us your voice this evening because
earbud warning.
Yes. This one you will need to turn the video down. Be prepared, folks.
Be prepared. It starts right off.
It's right off. There's a 10-second in front of it on the video itself. So, yes, definitely earbud warning.
If I was in front of Donald Trump right now and I had a Mac 11, I'd shoot the shit out of Donald Trump.
We ain't scared of you.
Fuckface! Look at me.
Are you
condescending and talking down to me, ma'am?
I'm not. I'm actually asking.
Oh, really?
Are you on a new medication at all?
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay. Is there anything that's changed?
Who are you, Hastings?
Yeah. I'm an officer of Portland Police. I'm an ECIT officer.
Oh, really? And you're really an expert.
Well, I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist.
No, you're not.
But, okay.
And I'm the fucking smartest person you have ever fucking met. Okay. So get the fuck down off of my ass. Did you go to college, Hastings? You did? What'd you study?
Social sciences.
Oh, social science.
And I
That's
have minor in
great.
psychology.
Oh, minor. I have a fucking finance with honors degree. I'm a certified financial planner. I'm also an attorney of law. And I know my fucking rights.
What's your bar number?
I don't fucking know that. Douche.
You don't know that?
Coming out of my vagina. That's what you are.
No, your behavior is very erratic.
Oh, is it?
And Jamie, every time we just try to have a normal conversation with you, it just goes right to insults.
Is that against the law? Is it against the law to insult a man in blue?
Can you understand how it's not a normal conversation?
You guys get called shit all the time.
And why we're concerned?
And you take down the blacks, and you get fucking on video.
That's false.
Wow.
More. I told you I won this shot already.
We're leaving. Have a good day, Jamie.
Earbud warning.
I want him arrested. Fuckface.
We're not taking a report from you, Jamie. Especially when you're going to scream like that. Have a good day.
Okay, let's go and pause it.
Literally? The fact that they're just ignoring her and walking away is funny. Like,
yes, because they've dealt with her before.
I'm just
you
gonna
know
say
they've
that
dealt
right
with
here,
her.
right now, so you guys know where I stand. Fuck the police. But I will say, she's only getting away with that because she's white, and I know she's racist as fuck because she's like, you call after the blacks and you get it on a videotape.
Right.
Oh my god.
And then she screams bloody murder.
Yeah. Mr. Victory. Mr. Victory says it's a Karen sob sit.
Yeah, that was on the video. I saw that today.
I love that.
Imagine your voice being so condescending all the time.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Mr. Victory, I'm not driving, I'm Karening. That's awesome.
The only thing I
That'd
can
be a
say
good t-shirt.
That'd be awesome. The one thing I can say for sure is I'm so glad that that's Portland, Oregon, and not Portland, Maine, because no, thank you.
You still might be able to hear a whole country away game.
Yes, true, you would. Yeah. You would, as much as you screamed.
Ooh. That was traumatizing enough just watching it on video.
God. That's so funny.
Oh my god.
I thought she screamed again, so I gave the chat. I don't think be prepared for more loud. Just in
Wow.
case. Yeah.
I just, she's not driving. She's Karening. Big time.
She's Karening.
Oh my
Big
god.
time.
Oh gosh. Okay. Quitties said driving while Karen is almost as bad as flirting while Nathan. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. Jenny Morgan asked what she was, why they were there, and I don't know if it's apparent in the video or not, but apparently it was for something. So, okay.
Well,
shall we continue?
These are talking
I'm
about
sorry, go ahead,
I think that in the titles I'm inferring they're from evicting.
There's one below that where she's evicted, yeah, but this one I'm not sure. It just says go psycho on police officers is all it said.
Should we keep going?
Let's keep going.
You have let the officer back up. You want to go to jail?
For what, sir?
Disorderly conduct.
Oh, disorderly conduct.
That type of attitude right there is probably going to end you up in the hospital. Just to let you know.
Oh, I'm really afraid.
Okay.
I'm so afraid of you guys. Give me a fucking break.
So if you don't go back over here, if you're going to block his way or grab onto his car, you've got one or two things. You can go to jail for disorderly conduct, or you can go to the mental hospital. Which one would you like? Because those are your only two options.
Fuck you, Hastings. You're going down. Your 401k or your 403b, consider a fucking gone because you have no retirement. Right. You get a pension because you're an employee of the state. Way to fucking go. You didn't put a dime in the stock market, you fucking loser. Just because you're a public employee, you deserve more than the private sector employees? Give me a fucking break.
You don't have to deal with people that behave like this. So
Oh,
you think
God, I am so sorry.
So can you take your
The best fucking actress you've ever met, you fucker. You're going down, douchebag. Douchebag. You're going viral, fuckface. I'm a big fucking man, and I'm gonna pull out my dick and see how big it is, and I've got the biggest dick of them.
Okay. Someone's going viral, but it's not him. I'm never after today's show. After today's show, I will not remember that the person who was being screamed at was Officer Hastings. I will remember
Exactly.
that was a screaming Karen.
This is why I brought up about mental states, because they do bring up her mental state and everything, because behavior is bad behavior. I don't care about your mental state.
Right.
You know, it's behavior's bad behavior. Exactly.
Like you said earlier in the show. Oh my God. Well, non sequitur had a funny comment too. He said the mating call of the Karen in the wild.
Yes. Yes. And then Renee and me says her with her degree is probably akin to JM and his degrees non-existent. And then Renee and me says just tase her already. Just tase her already.
What does her degree in finance have to do with anything?
Finance. I know.
Yeah. Like, what does that have to do
Apparently
with
it makes her a constitutional scholar or something. And Jesus.
She seems to be bored. Like,
She
just
must be.
bored and
She must be.
and unsatisfied with herself, and that's why she's taking it out on others.
And any attention is good attention for her, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, from the way she's screaming.
Yeah. Like Sleet says, she will have you know she is a licensed real estate agent. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh.
Mr. Victory said it's right the hands, Mom.
Yes.
Oh my God. Wow. Left foot. That's what we call him, and that's a black side is left the foot.
Left the foot, yeah. Oh man.
Good old right to hand. The only person to
Good old
be
right to
producer band from the Non Sequitur show. I'm
Yep.
the one who kicked him. It wasn't the hosts.
Good for you. Good for you.
Oh
That
my
guy's a real
God.
piece of work. Okay.
Oh, it's awful.
Oh my Lord. Okay, shall we continue?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I've got the biggest dick of them all. I've got the biggest dick of them all. I've got the biggest dick of them all. This guy's a fucking dick.
Jamie, I'm going to ask you one time to get out of the way.
Or what?
You're going to go to the hospital. Based on the behavior you're exhibiting, if you're not going to think rationally and just move out of our way simply, and that's not a place that you want to go, we will take you there. Or jail. That's your second option.
Or jail? Oh my God, I'm so fucking afraid of jail.
We don't
Because jail, they outnumber you, you fuckface, and you're afraid of them. Yeah. Oh, because you're not a security guard inside jail. You're just the big douchebag on the outside of jail who gets to put everybody in jail.
Okay. Jail's a controlled environment. Out here's not controlled. There's a lot more risks out here.
Fucking Hastings. Hastings. Oh, the little Hastings boy who got bullied. And so then he's gonna be the big ass, or he's got a small penis, because he's a white man, and white men have small dicks. Yeah, I'm fucking racist against white people.
Should be racist against anybody.
Oh, really? Says who?
Why would you discriminate on people based on their color?
I'm discriminating against you because you're a fuckface.
Victory. Look at Mr. Victory.
Why? Why are you arresting me?
Uh-oh, here we go.
The translator.
She's going down.
Might be some loudness.
No, the perfect
Couldn't happen to a
comeback
nicer
for that cop. Like, again, fuck the police, but the perfect comeback for that guy when she said, oh, you have a small dick. Why guys have small dicks? He should have been like, why don't you ask your mom?
yeah, but he's trying to be polite.
Didn't even take the bait.
He's actually doing a really good job. He's trying to de-escalate. He's telling her exactly
He is.
what's going to happen.
He is highly abusive, and he's trying to de-escalate it.
It'd be nice if they did that in all situations.
Well, that's
most
a whole
do. We just don't see it.
That's a
all.
whole different show, Vishanti.
That is. That's yeah.
You're right. It is.
More often than not, that does happen. We just don't get it. We don't get to see it all the time. So, anyway.
But she's like, "Oh, I'm so afraid of jail."
And like Gosh of Heckfire said, the cop did a great job, and and
he did.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And unfortunately, that's what we do is to help with mental health issues. We're sending in the police. I understand for safety, because a lot of the times, if they send rescue, they send the police as well to help protect not only the person who needs to be evaluated, but also the people that are coming, like the EMTs, to come and pick them up. It's a sad thing, really, and.
Yeah.
She definitely obviously needs some help, but wow.
And honestly, they're dealing with her. What else is going down while they're dealing with her that needs their attention more?
Right.
Exactly. That's the hard part, too.
Yep.
That's why we desperately need to revamp our mental health in this country, the way we handle mental health. And
I just hope they did take her to the mental hospital, because I don't think jail's going to do that any good. It's just not.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's that's not treatment at all. That's not going to help her. She'll be doing it again very soon.
Does the videos say why they're there?
No.
For this one,
I didn't see. I looked in the description, and I didn't see in the description either why they were there. So
I'm just like, why are there like 6 of them rolling up on this one? Creepy woman?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's part of the eviction one that's later. I'm not sure if it's the same one or same day, or you know what I mean? Because like I said, the description doesn't give that out. So, Amy, did you want to go ahead and get that super chat?
On the
yes,
hospital,
please.
how'd you get super chat?
Well, just read it, honey. And
Krafty Keelah for 2 years. Good night, folks. Love you all. Heart emoji.
Say, hope you feel better.
Hope you feel better. I love you, Krafty.
Good night, Krafty.
We love you, Krafty.
We love you, Krafty, honey, and we want you to feel better.
And we want you to feel better.
Okay. Yeah. So, we don't know why she was there, why they're there, whatever. But again, as I stated in the thing, we're not cared about her mental state. It's her behavior. So.
Right. I mean, I gotta give her half of a prop, not a full prop.
Not a full
just
prop. Okay.
Half of one for just straight up telling a cop to his face, "You have a small dick." Like,
well,
just straight up to his face, "You have a small dick." I'm like, all right, well, you know what? That takes some swag, even if you are stupid.
Oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. Okay, so shall we? Anybody else have anything to say, or shall we continue the video?
Well, that was the end of that particular.
Oh, was that the end? Oh my gosh, we got through that fast.
Yes.
Shock. Okay. Woof.
If you wouldn't have told me that this is about that she has mental health problems, I would have just assumed that she's just a bitch. And
well, she may not, but she may not, but I know they did state it in there about her mental health. So, and it could be their concern for her, the way she's acting is why they brought up her mental health.
And this leads me to the question, like some people, some Karens or entitled people, how they behave, like you could ask yourself, does this borderline at a mental health issue?
Is narcissism considered a mental health issue?
I think there is a definition. I don't know. We'd have to ask Krafty.
Because I know, I'm pretty sure that that's in like the DSM-5 in some form, but is it considered something that like affects people's public behavior like that? Damn it! Why is Krafty gone now?
Yeah,
she's Krafty. Guys, Krafty's in the hospital, and
she's not feeling well.
Yeah, so she needed to go. She's not feeling good. So
I'm just saying
she gets better.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Please, Krafty. We love you. I think this question is valid. Like to ask, like, where is the line between just a total bitch Karen and a serious mental health problem that needs treatment?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes that line is really hard to distinguish.
Yeah.
It is.
So, but you can't just, across the board, because just across the board, you can't really know whether they're mentally ill or it's just they're being assholes.
Yeah.
You know?
Because that's a possibility too. She could just be the world's largest jerk ever.
Yeah, exactly.
That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was bad.
That whole screaming thing.
Yeah, that weird noise.
Yeah, it was just too much. Oh,
yeah.
Gosh. Okay. Which one do we want to go to next?
I've got one.
Do you have one you want to do, Bull?
I want to show what the lengths some of them will go to actually get someone in trouble.
Oh boy.
Great.
This is video at Cedar Park.
Yes. Okay, please show this one.
Cedar Break.
This is a short one. It's like 2 minutes.
It's short.
You'll recognize it.
You'll recognize it, I'm sure, people. So here we go.
Okay.
Please, some guy in a car, and now he's videotaping me.
Because this is unlawful.
Ma'am, he's running me over.
No, I'm not.
Ma'am, hurry, please, hurry. What the fuck? Mike! Yes, please! Hurry, ma'am! Ma'am, I don't know, and he's a lunatic, and he's videotaping me! Ma'am, please hurry! Mike! You're in trouble.
How
You're
so?
going to jail.
How so?
You're hurting me!
How?
You just ran over! Ma'am, please hurry! He just ran off and he's still moving! Please, ma'am! Please hurry! I'm gonna throw it. Stop! Hurry!
Ma'am!
He ran over me! He ran over me!
She's saying I ran over her.
He ran over me!
I have the whole thing on recording. Sir, come on.
No, you're good. Hey,
This is unbelievable, man.
Good. We just heard it on the radio. The cops are already coming.
Can I please go?
You can't. The cops.
I can. I absolutely can.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you. If you want,
I want him arrested!
I have done nothing wrong.
Okay, let's pause this for a minute. Yeah, let's pause.
Oh,
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, I thought you had. I've seen this before. Don't know why she was out there. What was going on, but I guess he made a wrong turn or something. And yeah, so of course, I don't know if there's a full video on this. I would love to find it and look for it. But
yeah.
Where did they say this was? Cedar Point?
Cedar Breaks Park.
Oh.
And the only ones that I seem to find are the short ones.
Huh.
Yeah, she's batshit. She's just
yeah,
she's just like she's trying to get the guy in trouble.
It says that she's a gate attendant at a park near Lake Georgetown, standing right in front of the hood of a car. And yeah, this happened, I think. Cedar Breaks Park in Georgetown. The driver said before he started recording, he made a wrong turn into the park. And he says he turned around to try to leave when the gate attendant threatened to call the police. So he's trying to leave, and she's threatening to call the cops, and he's literally not moving at all. And she's screaming at him.
She's in the car saying he's running over me, and he's just standing there going,
"What?
I'm standing here. I'm not even in my car. Hello, it's in park."
Well, the police said that the Rangers didn't observe any injuries to her or damage to the vehicle. She lost her job. Good. Fucker.
Good.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, someone like that doesn't need a job where she deals with the public at all. That's not a place to put someone like that.
Not at all.
I mean, wow. Again, weaponizing law enforcement just because you get upset about something. Like, what is the problem? If he's trying to leave, good grief, get out of his way.
Right.
And
you
not
know?
only, like, she screamed bloody murder.
She did.
Like, holy fuck. Imagine him as like someone else crying for help and you couldn't hear it because this bitch.
Yeah, really.
Needed to play
I
her
didn't include this video because I just saw it a couple days ago, but I saw a similar one where a guy's walking through Central Park. He's African American because a woman points out that he's black. She's walking her dog, and I guess he was talking to her or videotaping, and her dog's pooping on the grass. I don't know if she's not picking it up or what, but she's the same way. She's like 20 feet away, screaming like he's attacking her and calling.
That's the guy that was he was bird watching
or something.
Yeah. There's a ordinance for the park in that section where you have to have your dogs on a leash because birds and shit. And she refused to have her dog on a leash. And when you see the video, he takes it out because he knows she's about to pull some like white Karen bullshit. And he takes out the video and she calls the cops and says, he's trying to kill me. He's threatening me. He's,
and she's like 20 feet away from him
just sitting there. And she's pulling her dog's collar, like yanking him around and like choking his dog. Yeah, and people were
shut him up by the
pissed.
neck.
Yeah, because this dude, he's actually like had a professional gig in like I think comics or a similar like media industry. He knows all about this kind of crap, and so yeah, she had this whole thing, and she did the whole song and dance like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, this isn't reflective of me as a person." And they got her dog back from her temporarily, and then she got it back, which is really stupid, but whatever. Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. So, Icarus said, second slowest murder of all time, next to the spoon murderer.
Oh my God. It reminds me of that scene in Austin Powers where he's riding the little...
With the steamroller. He was like, no! And it's like 50 feet away.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's what that reminds me of. He's running me over!
Oh, that's so funny. I know. Oh, my gosh.
Quiddy's had a good comment, too. He said another type of insufferable Karen. The ones that will stay in a parking spot to save it for their friend, and that's just, quote-unquote, running a little late. I can't stand those either.
Oh, God.
Who does that?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
15 minutes later.
What are we in kindergarten? Like we used to allow cutsies in line if we wanted to when we were in grade school at the lunch line, right? You allow people to cut in front of you because they're your friend, and then they allow you to cut in front of them. So you were cutting off the person behind you.
Oh yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay, shall we go ahead and finish this video off? I think we don't have too much more on it.
No, we had about 30 seconds, so yeah.
Yeah.
I am. I have done nothing wrong. Tell her to move out of the way.
He just said he's gonna run over the other lady too.
So, get me out of here, but I can't leave, right?
Oh my God. She's still in front of his car.
Oh
Get him out of here and she won't walk away like.
Unfortunately, that's the end, so yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Eric Borcher, I think that's what it is, said crazy lady park attendant harassment is the name of the video.
Thank you.
So I don't know if there's more or what of this. So hopefully,
Yikes!
It'd be interesting to see what happened. You know. So
Other than her losing her job.
Other than her losing her job, yeah.
Which good.
Yeah, she
Agreed.
should. Jeez. Wow.
Can act like that, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
And also, might I add, this is why many victims are not believed. Victims of whatever. Like, because batshit crazy bitches like these exist. Like, totally
Exactly.
faking any... And she pounded on his car so heavily. Like,
Exactly.
She could have made dents in it. What the fuck?
Like, what? That's my favorite part of the video is her just pounding on the hood going, stop moving.
Stop, he's running over me. And the guy's, like I say, she's not even...
What?
He's not even in the truck.
He's not even in drive. Yeah. So who knows what was going on with her that night, you know, mentally or what. But it's just like the behavior of some people just is staggering. Just staggering. Oh, gosh. Bull, let's run the I'm a school teacher, a bus driver, that one.
Oh, yeah.
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 The one you guys have seen? Let's run that one.
Where was he coming from?
He was coming this way.
Okay.
It was my fault. And
So you were coming across? Just shook up a little bit?
registration, and then my mom has my actual insurance card. This is a temporary one. I think she's on her way here.
Okay.
He is in the process of getting insurance. He's like, I just last week got his insurance or talked to his insurance.
Did you drive here or did someone drive you here?
Do what?
Did you drive here? Or
I drove here.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Not much. I was at home and then my son called me, so.
Yeah. Well, what we're going to do since you drove here, we're going to do some tests to make sure you're all right to be driving.
I'm fine. I'm a justice of the peace. I'm an elected official. Please.
Well, you either call a
What
rider.
was I supposed to do?
Step on that line and face me.
And face you?
Yeah, face me.
And face you?
Yeah, face me. No, face my direction.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Like I said, he
I'm
can.
an elected official. He called me.
And
He called me because he was in an emergency situation. I thought you told me to walk up the line. I was here for my son. It was an accident, not for this. This is the only reason why I got out of my car. Dude, take me home.
I'm not being
Let them take me home.
I'm not being a jerk.
Let them take me home. I am a justice of the peace from Washington County Quorum Court.
Look at
and I know Sheriff Helder. He is a friend of mine.
I know him too.
Sheriff Helder is a friend of mine. Call him.
I didn't ask you to have your mom be on the way.
It's not her fault. It's not my fault. I'm here for my
Do you want to do
son.
the test? Yes.
You're being a jerk.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm trying
You're
to.
being a jerk. Why are you being that way? Why? How old are you?
I'm 24.
You're 24. I'm 41.
Okay.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
Okay. So understand the fact that when your child calls you and they've been in an accident, you're going to be there no matter what.
Not if I've been drinking, no.
That's not true. I'm going to talk to
in an
Judge Wood. What is your name?
Officer Paredes. Officer Paredes.
Step back.
To be
No, I
patient
am.
with you.
I am a
Do you want to do the
officer
test?
of the court.
I don't care who you are. Stop.
Do you stand? Do you...
I refuse.
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Put your hands behind
No.
your back.
No.
Don't resist.
No. I'm a third grade teacher. I have to go to professional development tomorrow morning.
Stop.
Record this.
It's being recorded.
This.
I like
But
that.
can we drive her home?
No, she's going to jail. You're over here accusing me of something, of saying something that I never said.
Cops lie all the time. We all know that.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you for being understanding. Cops lie all the time. Go ahead. Have a good evening. Have a good evening. Go. Go.
I appreciate your help. I appreciate
No, because that you can go, sir, or you're going to be arrested for obstruction.
You better go. I'm not
Go.
putting anything.
Yes, my investigation route. Move.
How do we get her?
Good luck to you. Okay.
How do we get her back?
Good luck to you. And good luck to you.
Well,
have a good evening. Cops lie all the time, sir.
Well, what about her? He watches YouTube videos all the time. He's older.
Well,
I don't.
Does anyone know what happens to her car?
But it's going to get towed.
Towed?
Yes.
Like we can't take it?
No. Especially when I have someone like that being extremely disrespectful. You need to get off my scene or I'm going to take you to jail too. For obstructing. You're on my scene right now. You can't even, you're not even supposed to be on the highway. Get in your car and go.
What about this car?
It's
Wow.
I mean, I have two things to say. The first is, no, don't arrest me. No, I'm an officer of the court. Well, you should know that drinking and driving is, not legal. And
Right.
More so
on the
than
other
everybody.
hand, right. And then also, in addition to her being an idiot and driving while under the influence, him going, I'm going to arrest you guys for obstruction. You're on my scene and being disrespectful. Like, well, wait, who's breaking the law? Like, get the fuck out of here, you power tripping asshole. Like, just arrest this woman and leave. Like, why are you going to be like...
But if you notice, there's a break in between, so we don't know what happened in between.
No.
And how long they were getting on that cop and trying to do what they... And then saying he lies, cops lie and all that. I'm sorry.
But...
Not all the time. Okay, there's bad apples in every group, Vishanti. Let's not get into that. I'm just saying is, this guy is cops are disrespected, and there's a lot of good people out there. They're doing their jobs and being disrespected for it. But this guy is trying to do something, and he's pretty much being ganged up on. I have a feeling that's what it was by everybody else. That's my guess.
Which one was the guy that was saying, let her go home or take her home?
The son, I think.
It might have been the son of the friend. Yeah, one of them.
Oh, cops are usually in pairs. Like, do we know where the other dude
No,
is sitting
I don't
when all
know.
this was happening?
I don't know. And it might depend on where this occurred. Sometimes they're not usually in pairs, depending on where they're from. Especially if they're sheriffs and stuff. I don't know if they always go in pairs if in the sheriff's department.
Right.
I'm
I know that
laughing so hard at
Maine
this
is-
lady, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Third grade.
The rural towns. In the town of
She's like throwing out all her things for all her professions, and I'm this, I'm that. It's like, okay, but I'm being a good mother. Come to you, I said, you were drinking.
I love that she says, I'm a third grade teacher and I have to be somewhere tomorrow. You are such a good role model, like getting shit-faced drunk and then drive a car. You're such a good influence for little children.
And then
which
driving
is
your
it?
son in the car on the way home.
And which is it?
You're
wasted. Are you a justice of the peace, or are you a school bus driver, or are you a third grade teacher? Because somehow I seriously doubt you have time to do all three.
No, bull. She's Superwoman.
I can do it all in 1 hour. That's my job. Oh my God.
But I have to go to professional development tomorrow. Oh, well, in that case, let me just not arrest you.
Exactly.
My mistake.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, milady.
Oh my God. Super Mommy 76 advocate says she hands out coloring books at the trailer park. Yeah. Gosh of Heckfire. Yeah. Sheriff in a small town, Missouri could be alone. So if you're in the sheriff's department, it just depends on,
Yeah, like I was trying to say earlier too, in Maine, a lot of the rural places and a lot of the sheriff's department, they come by themselves. A couple weeks ago when they'd had to do a welfare check on Matthew and I, when I won't get into the details, but anyway, we had that happen, and they came separately in separate cars. There were 2 cars in the driveway, so one was in each one, and that's just a lot of rural places are like that.
Right. Oh my goodness. Okay. Should we continue this video?
Yes, please.
Yes, let's
I want to see
continue.
if she makes it to her development meeting.
I'm gonna get towed. It's okay, Dad. Can I be my wife? No, because I lie. Go.
It's probably the 17-year-old watching way too much YouTube.
I know, but I was at my home. I was fine until I knew my son was in trouble.
You had been drinking and you
I had
shouldn't
a few glasses of wine. That doesn't mean that when my son calls and says he's been in an accident, that I'm not gonna go.
You gotta find a ride. You can't drive.
What are you talking about, dude?
That's
I'm gonna make this so fucking public. You're gonna be so fucking
I think the public's gonna like the way that you're talking to me, the way you're cussing. That's what we want.
I love it.
I'm not.
You know that? Then why are you arresting me? Let me go home with my freaking family that was here. What does someone do in that case?
Call
what
her
does a parent do? They go to their child.
Or you
That's what I did. I went to my child. I was in professional development all day today for my school. I am a 3rd grade teacher. I also drive a school bus every day.
Okay.
During the... What do you mean, okay? That's what I do.
Okay. What? I don't know what you want me to say to that.
I can't do anything with anything.
I was elected for a reason, and I am a law-abiding official. I was drinking at my home. My child got in a car wreck.
So?
My child got in a car wreck. What would you do? What would you do if your child got in a car wreck?
Run to my neighbor if I've been drinking.
What would you do? Call someone? There's no time. All I knew that he was in a wreck. I just needed to get to him.
What would Jesus do is a better question.
What?
Obviously, if he called you to say he was in a wreck, he said he was fine, then okay, you can get there without having to rush too much. Find a ride.
Also, why should I get an Uber, get a taxi, but don't
Go to your neighbor's house. Yeah.
And also, she said she had just a few glasses of wine. Do you know? A few glasses. Some people like to. What's the word? It's just not lying, but like say I drank just a few glasses, and maybe it was 6 glasses, and wine is not. Like totally, and on a tiny woman, 6 glasses of wine can have a lot of and she did sound a bit drunk, and she was so emotional.
She was slurring.
Like,
yeah, she was.
I'm an officer of the court.
And also good to know that if she really is a bus driver for children, it's like, oh, good that you get drunk in the night and maybe drive our children to school with rest alcohol in your blood. Oh, isn't that great?
And I have to say, if you know your son is out, and maybe it's just me, but if you know your kid is out somewhere, and you may by chance have to run and go get him, why are you going to drink?
Right.
I mean, I can say for sure, like, if I've been in a few wrecks and I've called my mother and I've told her I'm fine, and she still comes.
Yeah.
But she doesn't show up intoxicated, and she would get a ride with somebody if she had been drinking, which she doesn't really. But if she did, she would get a ride. She wouldn't just jump behind the wheel.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, are there no taxis in America?
In small towns,
like
it can take an hour or more.
Yeah.
There's not necessarily Uber everywhere because America's full of giant rural trees and plains and stuff. But but she could have gone to a neighbor's house.
Doesn't say neighbor, a friend.
It's an emergency.
Yeah,
then...
If it's an emergency.
Right, a friend would probably have been more than happy to take her.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, she could have called somebody to help her out. That's right.
I don't know. I have a point there. I don't know if I would want to take her anywhere, to be fair.
Well,
but that's beside the point, right? Nobody would want to, but
oh, that's funny though. I'm trying to read. Okay. I was reading Jenny Morgan's post here. She says, my parents didn't come to get me when I had a wreck. Hang on, it keeps moving on me. I took out my gun. I took out my gun, shot the other driver, and then got off the scene as fast as I could. The cops hadn't gotten there yet, so nobody chased me. Jenny.
Oh, that was really I love it.
You're awesome, Jenny.
To start writing novels.
You need to make a book, Jenny.
Yes, she does.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh. Whew, okay. Oh, that was a lie. Yes, we know it was a lie, honey. Or
I mean,
was it?
I wouldn't put it past somebody getting on Jenny's bad side. Fuck him up, Jenny.
Yeah. You don't want to get on her bad side. Nope. Jenny, did you wear a mask? Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, shall we continue the video?
Yes, please.
I needed to get to him. He's my only kid. How dare you for arresting me for that? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with your sense of good doing? My God, I was going to my kid. I had like 3 glasses of wine. Don't shake your head.
28 is John.
You're not innocent.
Frank 0879.
By the way, I'm a single parent. By the way.
And that is supposed to have an effect on this.
Oh, okay. Right. I was at home doing my own thing, and my child was with his girlfriend and had a wreck. And I went to the wreck and I got arrested in front of him. You're the reason why cops have a bad name. People like you that arrest people like me that were there for a child that needed me. My child needed me, and now you took me away from him.
So if you
He was just in a wreck, and my kid needs me, and you arrest me when I could have gone home with my dad.
Like I just said,
It's political. I think it might be political. Are you being political right
I
now?
have no idea who you are, and I can care less. So no.
We didn't know who you were till you told us.
Told her, watch me. What's your name again?
You said you wouldn't forget it. It's Officer Paredes.
What?
Paredes. In front of the store right here.
My bra is coming down. Can you fix that?
They'll help you out. A female will help you out. I'm not gonna do that. I told you.
My kid totaled his car, and you have me here. Who are you?
Officer Paredes with the Prairie Grove Police Department.
I'm a school teacher, a bus driver, and an elected official, and you arrested me. I just wanted to get to my kid. Anything to do with you, Officer Perez? I have nothing to do with you. You are a bad person. You are a bad person.
Listen to me.
A good person would have let me go home with my dad or my brother because I went to my son's wreck. You, on the other hand, don't be rude.
It has to be someone else. That's childish. Act your age. Okay, you're a grown woman. A suspension on your driver's license include, but it's not limited to the suspension or revocation of your driving privileges.
But I am
and if you are a
bus driver.
Listen, and if you are a commercial driver's license holder,
have wine in my own house, and then now I'm being
and if you are
doing that, this bullshit.
No, you're not.
I actually said a prayer in quote court yesterday for all of you guys. Now I want to know what's going on with me. Call Sheriff Helder.
are you gonna make a decision?
No, I want you to call.
Okay.
Yes, I was gonna say.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he's political.
She is acting so childish.
She is.
God.
And he's trying to be. Yeah, he's being the adult.
And
when she's like,
did you?
Who do you think you are, Officer Paredes?
Yeah, that was amazing. Like, who do you think you are? Officer. And she said multiple times, "How dare you to arrest me for that?" Like, imagine she went to her son because he got in a car accident or something. Imagine the other one involved in this car accident was drinking. And
Right.
he
Oh
said,
my God.
"Don't arrest
Yes.
me for that." Imagine how she would freak out. But no, since she's a mother, and here we have this theme again that
Yep.
Karens are apparently just holy just because they gave birth to a child, even
Yep.
if that child is 16 now. But
And yeah, speaking of that, Thor, logic of the gods, puts on his thing. You can't arrest me. I am a bus driver. I drive a school bus. I'm a justice of the peace, a 3rd grade teacher, and a level 6 Karen in the Church of Karenology. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so funny.
That's great.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's too funny.
That's great.
Dang it.
Well, this has been a
God.
great
But I love she keeps saying, "What's your name again?" He keeps saying, then she calls him the name.
He doesn't even get it right. He says Paredes, and she says, "Oh, Perez."
Perez.
I love that earlier in the clip, she's like, "And what's your name?" And he goes, "I told you you were gonna forget it. It's Paredes." And I just laughed so hard at that. I felt that. I felt that deep in my soul.
Oh, awesome.
God, she's acting young. I swear to God, she's acting younger than her son. You
She's
know what I mean?
acting like
she's such a child.
Maybe she really is a teacher for third graders because she totally took their attitude. Like,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so funny. I gotta pop back on again. Okay. Oh.
Well, I needed this laugh today, so.
All right.
Thank you all.
How much longer do we have on this, Boole?
Let's see here. Let me double check. It has 2 minutes 30 seconds left on it.
Okay, let's go ahead and finish this off, and then we'll start doing our winding up because it's almost 6:30. So, okay.
Yes, sounds good.
All right.
I need you to make a decision, or it's going to mark it as a refusal.
Please call Sheriff. Don't try to pressure me.
I'm not pressuring you. I don't want you to be marked as a refusal.
Call Sheriff Helder.
Are you going to make a decision?
No, I want you to call Sheriff Helder. No. Call Sheriff Helder, please.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Keep going. You gotta blow harder. Keep going.
I'm sorry. I advocated for your chief of police. Please let your chief know.
I can let him know, but it's gonna be tomorrow in the morning when he comes into work. I'm not gonna wake anyone up.
Exactly what you did to me. I will let him know it all. He knows me, and I stuck up for him in the quorum court. Remember that. My brother was
Deep breath,
there.
tight seal, and blow like you just.
My son just had a wreck, and you arrested me in front of him.
I asked it.
You put me in cuffs in front of my
No,
kid.
I walked you.
Oh no, you didn't. He saw it all.
Deep breath, tight seal, blow. Keep going.
You have no idea. You have no clue. You have no clue. Me being here is all you.
I accept that. Deep breath, tight seal. Keep going. You gotta blow harder.
I'm so glad.
Keep going.
My son just had a wreck, and you arrested me in front of him.
I asked it.
You put me in cuffs in front of my
No,
kid.
I walked you.
Oh no, you didn't. He saw it all. I watched it all.
Take a deep breath, tight seal, blow like you're blowing a balloon until I tell you to stop. Deep breath, tight seal, blow. Keep going. The final result of this test was a .17, almost double the legal limit. That's why you were arrested. You weren't arrested because you showed up, and you were arrested because you were 2 times the legal limit almost. Your first result was a .185. Second result 171. You're almost 2 times the legal limit as far as the final result is concerned. It doesn't matter what it is. And it doesn't matter what the situation is. You cannot drive or operate a motor vehicle on the highways of the state in that condition. And that means nothing. If you could check yes or no for that additional test down here at the bottom. So that's the one that we talked about, that you have the right to.
Well, you just ruined my career.
I hope that one day you realize that it was your decision not to give up. Do you happen to know what this is? It was in your purse. Partial pill. Now you can't carry it.
I was gone. Don't put that on me too. It's my son.
Oh God.
She was blowing up.
You ruined my career. Yeah. You did
exactly.
it yourself. You decided to get drunk and drive.
Wow.
You know, I get that you're a kid, but guess what? How do you know that you wouldn't be driving home with him in the car and get in an accident and kill each other?
Yes,
I want to
honestly
cause an accident by driving there.
Yes,
that's true. She totally put others in danger. Like, what the fuck? But of course, Chloe.
But my child.
It's only her and her child that matters.
That's right.
Fuck
That's
other
right.
people, children, and
I have
other
to get
people.
to my kid. That's all that matters. Oh, I'm running you off the road. I don't care. Get to my kid.
My 60-year-old kid that is seemingly totally fine.
And the grandfather was there, and you know. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, I
Wow.
know
That
she wasn't
woman.
exactly making the best judgment because she was, intoxicated.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, judgment goes out the window at that point.
And
And
again, she
so-
did not look like she had just a few glasses of wine. She
Yeah, I
looked
was-
like she had a whole bottle of
literally,
Jägermeister or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Double
to
the
be
legal limit.
clear, that's the equivalent of a percentage. So that's 18% of your blood is
Yes.
alcohol.
Yes.
You are not just drunk; you are fucking smashed.
as somebody said in the chat, how do you
Yeah.
know she wasn't topping off those glasses of wine that she was having while she was? You don't know. She could have polished off a whole freaking bottle.
Yeah, I was just
You know?
Yeah.
You don't
Holy
know.
cow.
That's scary.
Hey, shilling time. Dead Kennedy in Space just put out a Karen video. Everybody go check that out.
Everybody's doing Karen videos this week. Have you noticed that? It's a trend.
It is a trend, I think.
Yeah.
So let me link it in the side chat so everybody can check that out.
Yeah, link that one. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Go watch Dead Kennedy in Space.
My internet keeps popping on and off for some reason. I stay on the meets, but then I got to fresh the tab for the YouTube all the time. The YouTube, excuse me, for YouTube all the time. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
I know that
Google being
Kennedy
Google.
probably didn't have the video that happened, but there was a Karen that had a really big hissy fit about masks in a North Hollywood Trader Joe's, and
Yes, I saw that.
She literally
You shared that.
threw her basket to the ground and shouted about how awful people were. But the thing is, the people that were recording and had stood in the line with her, she was wearing a mask in the line to get in the store before she took her mask off and started
Really?
walking around trying to get in people's face. She was trying to start something.
She was.
Oh.
So,
Yep. Yeah, you did share that on Discord, and then somebody else shared that as well. Yeah. That's so funny.
That's Karens for everyone. I like
Karens,
what they're saying in the
yes.
chat. Surf the Karen trend.
Yes, do the Karen trend. Yes.
Yeah.
So jump on it now while you can before it gets exhausted.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Well, I
gosh,
think it's almost 6:30, so I think we're gonna do our round table to leave before we leave, and then we'll say our goodbyes. So, okay, Miss Magda, what did you think about all the videos we watched tonight?
I seen half of them before, but it was
Okay.
funny as fuck a second and a third time, and it was different than I expected. It was more like leaning soft sit, but it was totally funny. I am doubting. I lost my faith in humanity yet again.
You had faith in humanity?
A tiny bit.
There's always a little bit of faith, a little bit of hope. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry, I
definitely.
forgot we have to live, laugh, love our way out of a pandemic too.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god. And it was a shit ton of fun. What can I say? Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad you had fun. I know you were worried and nervous about being on, but I knew you'd be fine. So
Exactly.
Thank you.
Oh my god. And Amy, what did you think about tonight?
Wow, I have never.
That sums it up, doesn't it? Wow.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah,
totally
it's like,
agree.
oh my gosh. Yeah, wow. If I had ever behaved that way in public, both my parents and my husband too would have just absolutely been floored,
Oh
because
my lord.
and then I would have been committed.
Yeah. Oh my god. And
So
Vishanti,
if
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And if anybody ever thought, ever says to me, Amy, why are you so quiet? Does that mean you're mad? Don't, because it's not. Would you rather I be a Karen instead? No, I'm just quiet and happy that way.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Sometimes there are no words, right?
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Oh my gosh, and Miss Vishanti. Your thoughts?
It's giving me literal traumatic flashbacks to when I worked in customer service and when I worked at
Yes.
Starbucks, and just
Yep.
it's ugh.
Right there with
Like,
you.
the only satisfaction I have is that I got to pull one of those I am the manager stunts one time, because God, that felt so good. Oh, it felt so good. Some dude was just being cheap and trying to like game the system and do all this other stuff and try to smooth talk his way out, but he was just cheap. And yet he wouldn't spend 50 cents extra on something, and he was telling me about like the expensive car he was driving and all this other stuff and how many times he comes in. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it still costs this amount. And he was like, can I speak to the manager? I was like, I am the supervisor on duty. Suck my dick. It felt really good. I didn't think
I'm sure it did.
Oh,
I'm sure
I
it
am
did.
the one who manages.
Yes.
I'm in charge.
I'm gonna manage you right out the door.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Luckily, he managed himself out the door, so I didn't have to do anything. But
Yeah.
yeah, that felt good.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. I wish I had some of those moments, but you know.
Small victories, right?
Small victories. Yeah. And Bull, what did you think about tonight? Your thoughts?
Well, I've actually been watching some of the Redditors on YouTube, the people that read the Reddits. There's several
cool.
out there that are all about Karens. Just no HOA. r/entitled parents. r/I don't work here. r/I do work here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there's tons.
These are all Reddits that are dedicated to people who are entitled. And Karen is the
Entitled
definition of
parents?
entitled.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, entitled parents, you will, whatever faith you have in humanity will literally be eroded day by day if you get on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but our society is like reverting back to childhood. I don't know what it is. We're all becoming 3-year-olds again. It's just, you know.
But hostile in a kind of a childish and hostile at the same time.
Very bad.
Oh,
It's
like
scary.
little Damians.
Yeah, that's right.
Or what is it that, have you ever seen that movie? It came out in the 80s. It was with that little kid. John Ritter was in it. Problem Child.
Problem Child. Oh, wow.
And it was a little kid they adopted, and he was just this little terror.
I remember.
That's what I picture these Karens as being.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Oh,
Okay.
anyway.
All right, well, I gotta go soon. It's time for my vampire.
Okay. Anything you want to shill? I know NASA Black Side on Saturday nights.
Yeah, I mean, NASA Black Site Saturday nights, but yeah, go check out DeadKennedyInSpace. He's got a video.
Oh, yes.
So,
Yeah, check it out as soon as you're done here. Go check it out.
Absolutely.
And his, I always wanted to say this, his excellent series on flat Earth as a mental health issue.
Yes.
He made a couple of videos and that were fantastic. I mean,
Oh,
all
yeah,
his
that
content
whole
is
series is
fantastic,
great.
but since we talked about mental health, and I guess we all want to make sure that we don't want to seem like we are making fun of mental health. No, mental
Right.
health is something important, and they need help. But since you mentioned DeadKennedyInSpace, this series was really good, just in case anyone hasn't seen it.
Okay. Yep.
yeah, he does really great work.
Yes. He's good. He's very good. I know, Magda, you don't have a channel, but anything you want to shill?
Oh, no. Maybe I will make content. I'm playing with the idea for a long time and told many people, and they said, do it. And I didn't dare. So, yeah, maybe watch out for that.
Okay. Or look to Magda's channel. There you go.
There we go.
And Aimee, I know you got a show to shill that's coming out this week.
Absolutely. We've got Autism coming on Wednesday, Pub Chat starting very soon. We've also got some great shows planned for you all next weekend as well. And I think it's going to be a great week. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Excited. Thank you.
Yeah, keep your
Thanks for
eye on
having
the
me.
EiE Network, everybody. There's loads of stuff coming your way, so you won't get bored. So
That's right.
And I think with that, we're going to say bye on the Bull, unless you want to shill something really fast before we say goodbye.
Don't have anything more to add, really. It's just
okay. Alrighty. Well, everybody in the chat and everybody that's not in the chat and watching, thank you for coming, and we will see you next time. Bye, all.
Bye, peeps.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Bye!
Here's Matthew.